The Walking Dead is a good pop pilgrimage because the show is, for one thing, really great. Another thing, it's a phenomenon. I mean, it's pretty much unparalleled on cable television right now when its episodes routinely beat things that are on network TV.
I think the tank was right in the middle of this tree, right?
As we said before, Ford is sponsoring this season of Pop Pilgrims, and some of their Fiesta movement agents suggested locations that we visit. The Walking Dead ones were picked by Josh and Jacob Fu, who are Atlanta natives and big fans of the show.
So this is a lot of fun. We get to explore the city we're from, but in a whole different context.
So Carrie, where are we now?
We're at the hospital scene from season 1, episode 1, and these are the doors that Rick walks out of.
Right over there.
Right there.
And this is where all the bodies were. Doesn't look like they had to do a whole lot to make it look abandoned and run down, but it is perfect.
I think it's amazing what locations really can unearth to create that scene, because if they had used someplace else, I wonder if it would really have portrayed this kind of dismal outlook.
So did they actually shoot the interior stuff in here?
They did.
Okay.
And there's some great stories about some of the things that happened with like the hand scenes in the door and how many hands were going to be there, and was it creepier to have one hand or was it creepier to have 10 hands?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So.
At what point did you realize that this show was turning into a phenomenon?
At the beginning when they were filming here for the pilot and in season 1, I think that everybody kind of got a glimpse of that it was going to be really great. You could tell that the production was pretty top-notch. The phenomenon and the fandom, I don't think really had kicked off until after that, first season was really in effect, at which point they were gone from the downtown Atlanta area into the more rural areas of Georgia.
We are in Harrelson, Georgia, about an hour outside of Atlanta. And this is the Esco feed mill from the opening credits of The Walking Dead. And there are a few other Walking Dead locations right around in here.
Not a lot of Hollywood magic having to be done in making this look.
No, I don't think there was any Hollywood magic done to make this look authentic or weathered. It's all natural, baby. That's why they do this stuff on location.
Welcome to Woodbury.
All right, we are here in Woodbury. It's actually known as Senoia. Guys, what do you think of this place?
It's amazing. It's a living set, essentially, right? It feels like you're in Woodbury right now.
Yeah.
And I find myself like looking around the corner, like where are the zombies?
All right, we're here with Scott Tiglar, who is president of Raleigh Studios, Atlanta.
Yep.
In the room that the governor looks out from to see his carefully controlled town starting to come apart. And what's it been like having this show here? I mean, we were talking off camera. You said that they closed off this main street for, how long was it?
Over 30 shooting days last year, which was a huge impact, obviously, on a live town with real businesses and restaurants. But it was a lot of fun.
And you said that the businesses didn't suffer during that at all, right?
No, in fact, when they filmed, on days that Main Street was closed, business was probably up 30% for shops and restaurants, just because of the popularity of the show. And fans come from all over the world. It's nice. I mean, you meet people from Europe and Asia and New Zealand and Australia and all over the United States. Obviously, the production likes to keep everything private in terms of what they're doing. The storyline worked well in that they had the town walled off. There was a few things that they couldn't keep secret, but for the most part, I think they did a good job of it. And for the most part, I think fans like that about the show. They don't want spoilers out there. I think the show has a dedicated fan base because it's so well done. And I think a lot of people like to relate to how they would survive and deal with all these critical issues that the show deals with and philosophical issues. They like to sort of live that vicariously through the show.
Does your heart swell with hometown pride seeing the show?
Yeah.
Even though it's like Atlanta as post-apocalyptic wasteland, you're
Well,
I know.
Now we could say like this is the place to be in the post-apocalyptic wasteland.